Hello and welcome to the Tuesday night stream for Brew Tapcast. I'm Tap here, and also thank you. Hello, Dig Dug. That was a nice early jumping on right in the beginning there. Yeah, so we are live for our stream tonight. So I'm Tap. We're gonna be talking some flesh and blood news today. We did have ourselves an announcement that came out today. So we originally had planned to play some. Actually, we were gonna play the Lexi pre-con deck, but we actually a little bit of a change of plans. With the Everfest, the new set for Flesh and Blood being announced, we changed gears a bit, and trying to get people together for a stream is sometimes a little bit more difficult than you'd think. So we don't have our guest today. We'll be hopefully on stream next Tuesday with a special guest to play through some precons. The last of our precon series, at least for right now, at least the non-upgraded versions. Will be that way, and so that's next week. So we'll probably have a short stream tonight, however long it takes, just to sort of discuss the new set. But I'm pretty excited about it. I was always a big fan of Aria, which is our current set right now, and this is more Aria. Now, earlier on, I did a speculation video about what we would think we would see in Tales of Aria. I think that's actually when it was still called Kingdoms. I can't remember when exactly I did that stream or that video. We made a lot of predictions. None of them were true, as far as I can remember, anyways. Or we maybe predictions isn't the right word. Maybe we talked a lot about what we would have liked to see in that set, and we definitely got a lot different things than we expected. We did not expect a Runeblade. Kind of expected a Wizard. Well, I guess we kind of knew the Archer was going to be there because we saw Lexi, or sorry, Ranger. So, that's that. We were really high on a Druid slash Brewer Alchemist. I mean, obviously, the Brewer, or sorry, the Druid was the Runeblade, as we see with Briar. So didn't really miss there. It was just misclassification. Thought it would be a Druid. Still feels like it would fit better as a Druid, but hey, whatever. The set's the set. We did really want to see a Brewer slash Alchemist. Now, this is a supplemental set, and we'll jump into the details in a second. It's possible to see new heroes in this. We saw in Crucible of War, we did see, what was it, Benji and the merchant. I can never remember his name, but I think and Shania, the shapeshifter. We saw heroes that were just heroes in that set. So theoretically, it is possible for us to see new heroes in that. And I think because of the flavor of this set being in Aria, we might yet get a Brewer. We'll jump right into that. So let's just jump on over to our actual the Discord page, or not the Discord page. Which before we get into that, you should join our Discord. So we have a wonderfully fun Discord that we're trying to kick off. The ultimate goal is to have some giveaways, to have some tournaments, all that kind of stuff. We are still burning to give away those Herald Protection promos, those full art promos, which I think we're just gonna start giving some away on Twitter because we just gotta get them out, get the let out, as they say. We got to get that done. In addition, we do have the playmat as well. So we're hoping to run some tournaments. So please join the Discord. Link is in the description below. So jump in there, join up, and enjoy it because it'll be a lot of fun. All right. So before we do any more discussion, let's just jump on over to this guy over here. We'll zoom in a little bit so we can have a little bit of a better picture here. So this is Everfest. This was spoiled today. It is a step right up. The greatest show in Wraith is coming to town near you. Everfest is a supplementary booster set designed to expand the constructed play with new cards for every hero in the game. So it is all heroes we have will get support. So I assume that includes the Benji, the Shyana, and the Cabdane, the three that were in there, and Kasai. How could I forget about Kasai? And there was Kasai. So all those classes, obviously only. Two of those being new, the Shyana and Benji, or no, sorry, not Benji, the Cabdane. We could see support for all of them. I'm not really sure if that makes a lot of sense because it says it's supposed to support constructed play. Those are not constructed heroes; they are only blitz heroes, unless by constructed they mean just not limited formats, because that could actually work in that regard. But we're not really sure because so much is still open at this point. So. Lot to know about here, but ultimately it's got this neat, as you can see this picture, Carnival Fest. And so if you looked into the lore book, you definitely see that there is a topic about Everfest in there, and it's essentially this traveling carnival that will travel around Aria forever. It never really stops. just kind of goes and it goes and it goes, and they wind themselves around. And they look. There's feats of strength. There's animals. There's like it's a circus essentially, a traveling circus. There's you can see here in the picture. There's basically someone doing like a little strength test with a big mallet here. There's people going to tents for like magic shows, all that goofy stuff. There's the flow sort of like causing wondrous colors, fireworks. We have this goofy little roller coaster swirling all over through the tree. So definitely a lot to go through here and to expect here. So ultimately, what we did see in Crucible of War, which is the last supplementary set we got, we did see, and maybe we should actually, I can bring up, just bring quickly up that set here. Let's go to marking assets for Crucible of War. And then we can see, what we see on it's very much, it's nondescript. We see, oh, actually, shoot, I forgot about KO and Data Doll. Forgot about that. So I don't know. I mean, they're Blitz, so they might be able to support them. So we're getting a little bit off track. But obviously, these are the key arts that we see here, right? And they are definitely dark and stormy. So it's all about blowing stuff up, getting ready to blow stuff up, weapons to blow stuff up with, destroyed skulls and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's definitely, heavy duty fighting monsters, that sort of stuff. So, Crucible of War was very on theme of like, we're preparing for war. Like, this is a heavy duty set. We're going to be killing people. Things are going to die, all that kind of stuff. Bright, different change to Everfest. This is quite the opposite. It's all about fun and games. There's a guy smoking a pipe here. People are just waving and cheering, enjoying themselves. Everything's happy. Dances going around like that. People are drinking beers, like taverns galore, that sort of stuff. So definitely party time on Wraith in Aria. That is the set. It is a fun set. So I'm hoping for a brewer / alchemist. You never know if they're going to be dropping new heroes in here, because we did see them in the last set. And actually, on to Crucible, what is the information there? We do want to see, like, can we see the sell sheet on that? If there's, we don't want to card galleries. I guess product release is what we're looking for here. Wish I had this up earlier. So, upcoming. Oh, they already. Oh, look at this. Look at this, huh? What is this thing? What is this Q2 2022 thing? We don't even know. Standalone booster set as well. So who knows what that is? I guess that could even be a unlimited run, I guess, of this one would be, because this would be first edition. Who knows if that's there? I actually don't even remember if they said anything about that on there. But let's take a look here. So this was 198 cards, and I think we'll get to that, but I just wanted to check on that. So they still managed to have that sort of breakdown. So let's jump back over here. So what is cool about this set too is, it's on flavor, all that kind of stuff. So Aria is very much about Earth and human and their balance between the two, right? So we saw these people using the elements, like they were channeling these elements. These were their talents, right? We have Earth, we have ice, and we have lightning, and very Earth centric, and something, and it's something that you don't really think about as far as like card games, things like that. The environmental impact of card games is not great. I mean, they're products that are made out of plant material, right? They're packaged in plastic sleeves or booster sleeves, and then they are put into a cardboard box and wrapped with more plastic, put into another box, and then and taped with plastic tape, that sort of stuff, and then shipped on a truck across or on a plane or on a boat all over the place, right? So lots of weird things happening there, and these guys actually went and made a paper booster. So this is the world first. I know that they Magic did some Modern Masters boosters with some paper packs, and this is actually kind of cool because it's very thematic with the set. Then it says, did you see the both rare slots? Yes. So we will definitely we will talk about that in just a moment. So we're gonna get to that. That's the icing on the cake here for this party that we are going to be having in Aria. Is some of the rarity that was just pointed out in the chat there. Definitely some exciting stuff there. Like, this is not a cool thing, like necessarily. Oh, it has nothing to do with the game, right? It's literally paper wrappers, which can be a problem as far as loose wrappers. I know that this was a problem that Wizard of the Coast ran into with their Modern Masters paper booster sleeves. But I think it's really cool. I hope it'll work out. I hope they continue to do this kind of thing into the future, because I do hate throwing those things away. They're just plastic going away. You can't recycle them. anything like that. So very cool on that. Now let's get down to this thing here. So release date is February 4th. Preview season starts January 24th. So we still have to wait quite a bit of time. That is almost, it's just over 2 months. So we got a lot of waiting to do for this set. And boy, I'm just as excited as I was for Tales of Aria, because I am still hoping for an alchemist, or really a brewer, to be honest. So 198 cards, same as we had before. I think we have more majestic, so 45 majestic. I think this is a little bit up from the last one we had. What do we have here? Did I just skip over it? Yeah, 36 majestics, 56 rares, 103 commons. So more rares, more majestics, less commons. You can't complain about that. That is more fun, powerful cards to jump into constructed. Still, we got 10 cards per pack, 24 per display, 4 per case. So very good. It has cold foils. I know people were kind of all bananas about that before. Same sort of thing. This didn't have MSRP on here before, so I don't remember anything about that, but who knows? We'll see about that. But as Thanatos pointed out in chat, when we get down to the product sell sheet, there's actually some interesting information on there that is a little bit different. So as again, we saw, this is the breakdown of things here. We have more majestics and rares, which is really nice. And then we have, and they allude to it in the above here. I think it said something about a carnival pack, right? Or a carnival slot. Really? I thought that's what they did. Yeah. Slot. Yeah, so with the bustling grounds of the Everfest Carnival, all fashionable performers, peddlers, frolicking fun to be found. Will you find fun, fame, or good fortune in the carnival slot of your Everfest booster pack? So what does that mean? And it is, so here's where we want to focus here. So we have premium foil, 1 per pack, rainbow foil, or cold foil. So exciting things there. So probably the reprints are going to be rainbow foils. I think we probably can't have another Arcanite Skull Cap in cold foil, but maybe you can. Maybe it's all about the EVR as a set code, and that's the difference here. But it's this sort of thing that is important here. So rare or higher, 2 per pack. So it used to be that you get a rare, and then you had a slot that was always a rare. I think we can probably see this in Crucible of War, right? Yeah. So we have 1 rare, and then separately 1 rare, majestic, or legendary. So theoretically, you could have a pack with 2 legendaries in it. I am sure that the likelihood of that is just not going to happen. I'm also considering that it's just not, they won't let that print happen. I could even say you could have a legendary and a fabled. Actually, no, those would be foil. So who knows, actually. We'll have to see how that could work out. But ultimately, that's pretty exciting. So we can actually, you're likely to get more of these majestics. So I know that part of the problem with some of these supplemental sets is that the slots that were dedicated to essentially majestics and legendaries were only one of those card slots. And so you'd end up with a huge amount of these the rares, base rares that you just don't need. And so you had to buy a lot more boxes. It was a little bit more expensive to try to get a full set of just majestics. Like, I understand maybe if you're looking for a certain set of cards, not as much as a collector, you're definitely going to want to go and buy singles, because that's probably going to be the cheaper way to go. Especially if you're only into sort of like 1 or 2 heroes, right? That's where like your money is best spent, because you get the cards you want. You don't have to worry about getting repeats of things you don't want, all that kind of stuff. Probably going to be more bang for your buck. Whereas if you're more of a collector, this is actually a better set for us, because it's going to give us more majestics per box, which we already saw more majestics per box in Tales of Aria when they sort of shuffled around the super rare out into from Crucible Wars, and that was also the same for Monarch. But I just felt like we got more majestics in Tales of Aria. Maybe that's just because I didn't open any legendaries, and I just I feel bad about that. But whatever. I just think it's really cool because we can theoretically get a whole bunch of cool stuff. So we don't see we can't get a fabled here. So the fabled's only a foil. So we could theoretically get a fabled and a legendary in a single pack. So that's pretty exciting. I am super excited about that. Being able to get more value out of each pack just makes it more fun. And it even adds into the possibility that we can somehow draft or do some sort of sealed thing with this. I know that one of the local shops, Unison Games, had talked about doing a goofy little sort of like, this is before Crucible of War actually went on a print. They're talking about doing some sealed / draft with it. Like, I think that it could sort of be part of that shapeshifter draft or shapeshifter seal that they had done at some of the festivals for the calling, things like that, where you just open a bunch of packs and you get to sort of play all the cards that you have. You can theoretically do that, or you draft your hero, and a bunch of people crack packs, and you draft the generics, and you just sort of divvy up the hero slots based on what hero you drafted, that sort of stuff. So there's definitely a lot of neat stuff that can be done with this, and I think that having the rarities 2 per slot is actually really cool and very exciting. So I think that's going to change a lot of people's minds on here. I'm super excited for this. I wish that I hope that I can get my hands on a lot. We already know that Arcanite Skullcap is in this set, so I have not yet pulled myself a Skullcap. I don't, I with Arcane Rising being out of print, I got a couple more boxes I haven't cracked into, but I kind of want to save those for like future limited stuff like that. And also I'll say it now. I think Welcome to Wraith will also go out of print in December. So I think that because of the way things are going, we've sort of seen these sets stagger off. And I know Welcome to Wraith has a lot of key cards that people are looking for, and a lot of heroes from that set are very used, very well liked. There's a lot in circulation already, so I actually don't think that we're going to see too much more of that being printed. I think demand's going to fall off with Monarch being is what it is, and then Tails being, flood in the market. There's always going to be product for people to get in that regard. I do think that we are going to see Welcome to Wraith go out of print next month. So if you're looking to get, last bit of sealed product, I would get your orders in now. This is not financial advice. I'm just a speculator in this regard. I think that it's probably going to go out of print before the end of the year or early next year. So get your boxes in now if you're looking for limited play. But back to the new Everfest. So I think it's great. I think this is a really cool idea of this this party that was in the lore where, Bravo was this big showman, this big muscle guy, swinging this big hammer, that kind of stuff. We're going to see all that. So I think the theme of this is going to be a lot happier. So we saw Monarch, which was really dark and grim, and Crypto War was like, we're battling it out. People are, loading up their armories, all that kind of stuff for war. We saw Tales of Aria, which was a little bit, nicer, brighter, more elementally in that regard. And now we see this party pack. So I'm hoping that I'd love to see another Coke's Commotion. I also hope that there's like a sweet mat that's going to go with this. I really love to see that kind of stuff. I'm really excited for it. So I don't know what the other 2 legendaries are. So the question is if they're gonna go heavy on reprints in that regard. Like it could be another Tunic. So like with Crucible of War being out of print for both first edition and unlimited now, I'm sure that, and I don't know what the current cost of Tunics are right now, or Crunics are right now, but there's gotta be, they're played in so often, or so many decks. Like people are picking up this game right now who are trying to play Briar at like a competitive level. They're going to be playing the Tunic, so they're going to need that. So it could theoretically be another Fyendel Spring Tunic. I still haven't yet get one of those as well. I'm waiting on those. As far as the other one, I don't know. My guess is it's going to be either a generic piece of armor or a weapon. I mean, I really hope they don't make it a generic weapon, because that just irks me. That's a little bit scary in my opinion, especially if it's really good, because then it's just going to be like, wow, everyone needs this legendary weapon right now. So I hope they don't go that way. But it's likely, well, who knows? I mean, they don't seem to ever stick to the patterns of the things that they do, so you never really know what they're going to do. They're going to throw us curveballs, all that kind of stuff. So I'm guessing it could be a Tunic, but maybe not. And maybe we'll see something new. I mean, you kind of want to see something new. Maybe Skullcap's the only one they actually reprint at Legendary in this particular set, because it is in drastic need. Tunic already got a reprint, and maybe that's affordable now. So maybe there's going to be 2 new ones. And what classes are going to be, I don't know. I don't know if you can really pick classes. Maybe they're just going to be new generic stuff. Have we had any generic boots yet? I don't think so. Have we had any generic gloves yet? I don't think so. Like at Legendary slot. So maybe it's going to be one of those 2. Maybe it's going to be both of those. Maybe you're going to have a nice suit of armor now. All generic stuff like that, which would be kind of neat. Kind of fair. But yeah, that's the new breakdown here. That's super cool. And that's going to be happening. So what else can we get out of this? I think that's kind of the big takeaways here. We can try to zoom in on this guy, see if there's some hidden information here. I don't think there really is. So the greatest show on Wraith, admit one. This is like your nice, cool little ticket here. We have like wagon wheels, starburst sort of thing, barrels of fun, all that kind of stuff, tents. Nothing crazy here. But again, all the color scheme are all party-like. I love these like streamer sort of thing. So a lot to look forward to here. Again, I am excited about it being there being a brewer. Is there anything else in the asset center? I think probably not. Just another bunch of the information here. But again, yeah, February 4th is a release date. I don't think there's anything in the back here that we can zoom in on, right? Oh, wait a minute. Unlimited. Do they mean to put that one up? Why does it say unlimited? Oh, interesting. So that's... Oh, okay. No, they just forgot to change it because this is first edition, but this is first edition. That does actually say that. But do we see anything in here? Not really. This just looks like crowd, right? People, streamer, lights, things like that. So nothing crazy there. Oh, wait. Hold on. What's this? So elixirs, trinkets, miracles, and more. We have, looks like a miracle, a top hat with a question mark, so maybe magic, things like that. Looks like a potion, a strong man, feats of strength, that sort of stuff. So actually, that's something new. So that's pretty cool. I didn't see that before, so maybe we're going to be getting that brewer, huh? Or that alchemist. I think we can find any hints for cards in the previous carnival card artwork. I don't know. We'd have to think about that. Dinosaurs here? Yeah. No, I mean that's very interesting. I think yeah, you can look back to some of the cards from earlier sets that were a little bit more not as dark, I should say. I think there's some stuff back in Welcome to Wraith that was a little bit, on the softer side, like Coax the Commotion, Commotion, stuff like that. More of the generics in that regard. Yeah, brute cards are not bright in that regard. Showtime doesn't really show us off anything really. We did see, Stonewall Confidence, where it's like, this dude did a brewer sort of thing. Oh, yes. No, those are absolutely right. You're absolutely correct. I wasn't even thinking. I guess my mind went, again, to Stonewall Confidence, these sorts of things, because that's kind of like, I'm really, really pushing for that barkeep dude. We're going to quickly zoom to the generics here just to see if there's anything. But I think you're right. I think that is really kind of it. I mean, Tome of Findel, Crazy Brew, that's not really that helpful. Potions, sure, whatever. Yeah, nothing else really here that's not sort of dark and stormy for the most part. So I think you got that right. It's definitely going to be the Tales of Aria, the equipment here. Let's take a look at these here. So these are all sort of like kind of carnival ones. I don't know. I can't believe my mind didn't go that way. But yeah, so let's take a peek at these cards. Let's zoom in and let's see if we can find anything in these cards. So, I mean, they got this goofy hat. I hope that we see something with Ragamuffin. He looks like a pretty cool dude. I mean, he's got a pretty sweet pimped out hat. I mean, there ain't much more pimpier than this hat here as far as like this class of people this time. Like, we got people playing music instruments, right? Cool. And he's just got this sweet looking beard, and then nice pipe, whatever, and this goofy hat, peacock, whatever, cockatoo feathers. Here we got this nice purple, lavender pinkish flower here. This nice little gem here with this, this green and purple striped hat. Definitely looks pretty pimpy to me. And I'm not sure if we're gonna get anything out of here, unless there's like Ragamuffin's pipe. Maybe that's got some epic powers to it. Who knows in that regard. But yeah, there's nothing in the background here unless we see like there could be a bard class. That was one of the other things we talked about in our other speculation video for initially when Tales of Aria was renamed or released as Not Kingdoms. And we did suspect there could be a bard class. Again, that is something that is very much in this this thing here. This whole elements of worlds and things like that. So we can still see a bard. Again, then we see instruments. This might be a woodwind sort of thing, or he's just some goofy guy. We do see this sweet guitar here, a lute, that sort of thing. So I don't think we're getting anything really out of this one that we can really nail down as something that's like, oh yeah, that really ticks into something like that. Now, deep blue we have here. We're not really sure what this little thing is here. This might just be some decoration, that sort of stuff. I'm not really sure. But, card tricks, goofy facial hair. Maybe it's got something to do with this, cravat. Who knows? But maybe there's some card things, or maybe like we could see like a gambler's gloves. But no, that is generic, isn't it? Gambler's glove is generic. So we do have some generic, or some legendary generic things. But do we have generic boots? I can't remember. I don't know. But Maybe, we see reprints of Gambler's Gloves. I don't think that's as much needed to reprint, so I don't think people would really find that to be that useful in that regards. But yes, it does. Yeah, and some dude passed out, I think, too. We'll jump on that one in a second. But like again, pulling this off, I mean, like the other parts of this art doesn't really have much going on that you could really pull away from, unless there's like a deck of many things sort of thing. I know Magic just did that a little while ago. There could be like a set of tarot cards or something like that that could be in there somehow that would maybe cause some random chance stuff to happen in the game or something like that. Cracker Jacks. Again, these are a little less carnival-y and more just kind of scary here, right? They're just like these remind you of just like electro gloves. That is more of a mechanologist sort of thing here, but nothing to really go into here unless this Quirus is some sort of special thing. But I don't think we'd go into that sort of thing. The Coat of Frost could be something cool too. We should talk about that as well. But yeah, definitely as Cody said, definitely there is Mr. Stonewall Confidence there, getting ready to punch someone. Looks like he just finished up a fight here. We have a guy with literally a little keg on his head, a little firkin on his head. Looks like we got spilled beer over here. We got people walking around. We got him just getting ready to like pound some skin here. But there's definitely some pretty looking boots. Gotta love that. I mean, this guy's got to be a fun character, right? You got to put him in here as an alchemist or something like that. It's got to be that case. Yeah, no. So we have Thanatos saying this is definitely illusionist vibes, 100%, 100%. Illusionist would be a perfect sort of card player there. But yeah, no, you gotta love the Runaways. You gotta love the Runaways. That's definitely the most on flavor here. We got someone up here as well. I see three other people here. But no, that would be very funny. I could definitely dig that. And it's not that far fetched to think that we could be seeing, now that we've seen these characters enough, that we could be seeing them as heroes theoretically. Although they likely are, they've been there for a while. We would have seen them already. I'm also interested to see what happens with the crack bobble. So, this has definitely gotten a lot, more cracked, and things are coming out. Like we're starting to see stuff grow. So I do the thing about this one, and I don't think we're going to see it in this set. I think the earliest we're going to see anything about the cracked bobble actually opening up is going to be in the next actual booster set. And here's why I think that. So there is these, right? There's these baubles that, they're always going to have something in this slot, right? But what's it growing into? These look like either roots or like tentacle sort of thing. So like if this is a seed, something like that. But there is a card that we will hop on over to right now in Monarch. Let's jump on over here to this. It's loading. I never what is it? Tremors. That's the Tremors of Erethel. So like this one, so as the gateway opens, the shattered shards collide, echoes resonating within a dissonant heartbeat. So there's this one. So like, maybe something's coming up from the ground. Like there's no reason to think this had anything to do with actual Aria, right? Or sorry, with Monarch, with all that kind of stuff. It's the whole sort of color scheme, all that kind of stuff. These little, tentacled things, dark demon-y things coming out from the bottom weren't the kind of demons that we saw in Monarch. So there's maybe a chance that this is the kind of thing that we're going to see coming from there soon enough. So that is some gateway. Maybe this is a seed that's opening up or being activated or something like that. We don't really know what's going on with this, but there's definitely, something going on there that maybe we'll see, not in this next set, or it'll be like, some weird like Horsham weird tree thing, right? Who really knows? There's a lot of speculation in that regard. But one of the other ones, and maybe we'll see. I know that a lot of people are excited about Coat of Frost, that character. That's a very cool looking character here that people might want to see. I mean, she's got a weapon, so maybe she's a hero. Who knows? Who knows what that character is? But like, you could see something like that coming through there. So maybe we'll start seeing these other heroes that we've seen on random cards actually become people that are characters that we grow to actually be able to play, that sort of stuff. So who knows? Who knows? But yeah, so that's kind of the big stuff here. Like, and again, that spotted. I wonder. So we looked at the unlimited, the first edition. We saw that. Oop, we saw that little thing on the side about potions, elixirs, that sort of stuff. So I'm putting my money on there being an alchemist in here, because that right there, elixirs, trinkets, miracles. Maybe we'll have a lot of stuff like items, things like that, generic stuff, things like that. Did this guy have anything different? Sometimes they can change up the art on these. Doesn't look like there's anything different here. Just doesn't have the paper thing. So that's all we can sort of say for now. I do wonder what's on the other side of that wrap. We cannot see that yet. There isn't anything else that I can really tell there. So I guess there's first edition. They look the same, but who knows in this particular place. Oh, wait, hold on. Can we see something in the email footer image here? Do we see something on the other side of the oops. Ugh. Other side of the wait, where did it go? Oh, there was totally a box there, wasn't there? Oh, wow, I'm really bad at this. So it just looks like card something. We have maybe the letter M, so we can't really make anything. Yes, it is a top hat. Yep, with a question mark on it. So again, that's like, I wonder if that was an allusion to the skull cap being on there. I don't know if that was just them being, right on the nose there. There's also what looks like this is either it looks like a potion bottle with the letter or number 3. I'm not sure. Maybe that's like has something to do with something. I can't tell if this is supposed to say something. And then this, mystery or something. That's a little bit difficult to see. Oops, let's see if we can. Can't really zoom in on that too much more, huh? OG something M ISTETSES or something like that. So mystery, something like that. But it definitely is a top hat with a question mark on it. Yes. And again, I think that's right on the nose with skull cap being reprinted. But yeah, I'm not sure what this is. It looks like a bunch of like a deck sort of thing, an M. Who knows what we're getting there? But all in all, I'm pretty pumped about this. I think it's a cool thing. I think it's a great way to sort of tie this last set together. I'm super excited about it. Again, that art on the first page is really super cool. Again, we already looked at the sales sheet. Nothing new here that we haven't seen outside of that sweet new upgrade in the rarity slot there. But yeah, no. Well, you can go back to here and see if there's any secrets that we can find in here. Again, just people playing music, dancing. It looks like we might have a wizard there. Like I could totally see that as a like a Kano figure here. Being all spooky and stuff. Who knows? I mean, I think I see a staff, or it's just an old dude. That could be. Whoa, that could be it too. It'd just be an old dude. So nothing crazy over here. We got a guy in a unicycle, more music playing member people, sweet pipe, fireworks galore, all that kind of stuff. So, strongman competition. We saw that person with a big old hammer, people waving people in. Looks like again could be a mage here, someone with a staff or a shepherd or something like that. Kids. Looks like we might have an animal here. Is that a centaur? What am I looking at here? That's as deep as I can go in. So if we're not going to get better resolution there, we're not going to be able to see what's here. What is that? I can't tell if this is actually a... Oh, you can't see my... Oh, you can. I can't tell if this is like the top of a body. And this is like, a dog back, horseback, something like that. Who knows? That's a little bit too zoomed in there to really get a lot of something out of there. But definitely some interesting things there. See some elf ears here. That's not really all that new. We see some more horses. We see a nice little tiger looking thing here. So maybe that's what we were seeing over there. More people with staves, stuff like that. Like the more staves. Maybe they're just like shepherds or herders. Nothing crazy. Here we got people being goofy, playing music, dancing, that sort of thing. People coming in on caravans. More flow coming through. People just super pumped. Lying down in the grass, just looking up at the stars. Another little tiger here. So definitely a lot of stuff in here that's pretty exciting. Big old tenty boys, bunch of colors strung everywhere. Ferris wheel. There's that sweet roller coaster with people in it. Nice little sparkle house there. So lots of things in here, but nothing that seems to really be giving away anything crazy, unfortunately. Oh, I do find it's weird they have those like tigers. I'm sure there's a name for those in the lore book that I just don't recall right now. But and most of this stuff is just kind of not really descriptive enough for us to get anything. There's the main carnival sort of thing. Maybe we'll have something cool up here in the top. But the only thing is that's kind of draws interest is this whole like hammer thing, right? Are those like hands? That's super weird. Like they're like hands holding that. I don't know what the heck that's supposed to mean. But yeah, so that's the new set. I mean, again, I'm pretty sure I hit it a couple times. I'm hoping for an alchemist or a brewer. Like one of the other things I was thinking about too that could happen in this set is actually the so there was an announcement for the PVE, or I don't know if it was an announcement. There was a PVE thing announced. I thought it was or trialing out way back at this was like I think the Blitzathon actually was when it happened. And they they were testing out a PVE, so like that's like that all the players sort of fight a boss. Like it's like a instead of being competitive, it's actually cooperative, and you like sort of battle this boss thing. So I thought it might actually was gonna. I thought it might happen in Monarch with like these beasts being things that you actually fight cooperatively, but obviously that wasn't the case. They were the allies for the shadow heroes. Maybe we see something like that. I could see that or an alchemist slash brewer fitting in really well with that kind of thing because like what are they gonna do? Like they could have like some sort of what's their weapon, right? Like is it a big old stein they can just like wallop people with? Is it like a mash paddle, something like that, like a brewing mash paddle? Who knows what that is, right? But if they were to be like having potions, like they do a lot of things like that. They all have go again, maybe like that's like your hero thing, or like the first potion you play each turn has go again, or every time you play a potion, or the first time you play a potion on your turn, gain 1 action points. That way, it gets around any potions that might have go again inherently in the future, or something like that. So maybe that could be the hero ability, kind of weak, right? Because that's not super powerful. But then maybe or maybe it's like an action to use a potion, like when you use a potion, like gain an action point, something like that, maybe. Then time snap would be pretty broken, right? But it's hard to know exactly what could happen, but they could throw potions at people, right? At instant speed, like boom, crack it, throw a buff at somebody. Again, if this is that whole PVE sort of environment, them opposing or cooperatively fighting and opposing like evil hero or whatever. I know they did that at different times in other card games, and I think it could sort of work here. And again, because they talked about it in the past, maybe this is where we see it. I don't know, but that's kind of my speculation. I think we're likely if we're gonna see new heroes. I'm kind of really fighting for a brewer slash alchemist. I think it likely could be a bard, something like that. And again, that could fit really well into the whole um, buffing PVE thing as well. So like, there's a lot here, and I'm just kind of excited about this. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm down for like the gory art and stuff like that. Like like Mangle's pretty brutal, right? That's a brutal art. Love to have a playmat of that. But at the same time, like Coax of Commotion, that's a better mat for me. That's a more exciting mat for me. Like I'd be super jazzed about getting one of those, that sort of thing. Um, Stuff like that. So Crazy Brew, same thing. I'd love to have a Crazy Brew playmat. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I don't know if other people are thinking about other heroes. Again, they say they're going to have support for all the heroes, whether that means constructed heroes like adult heroes or young heroes or both. I assume it means probably both. So we're going to get, I think it's support for every class, maybe. Or what did it say? All heroes or all classes? Let's see. What did it say? For every for every hero in the game. So literally every hero. So that will include that does include KO, all those 6 Crucible of War heroes. So theoretically, we will see all classes represented, all heroes of those classes represented, whether that means specializations or just cards that fits every class. Because that's where the thing happens. Like, you can have a mechanologist card that, maybe is great in Data Doll and not really so much in Dash, vice versa. That's still a card that could be played in any hero. So they don't do specializations. They're sort of getting around that. But then you got the Shapeshifter, you got the Cabbed In, and things like that are new classes. And so I think we could see new classes. And that's what I'm hoping for. But I think that's about all that we were going to talk about. A little bit longer than I actually thought I was going to be able to, spout about this, just based on all the cool animation, or all the cool graphics we've seen. And again, that new spot in the booster pack with the ability to get more rares per pack, which is, again, maybe why they upped the Majestics and the rares. And drop the commons by 15 or so, because we actually can have more slots in those to get, and you'd be getting a lot more duplicates if there wasn't as many. So I'm pretty stoked about it there. So I think that will be it for the stream tonight. So again, meant to do some pre-con battles. Probably going to bounce back to that next week. We had a little bit of trouble wrapping someone up. They had a little bit of delay, and we were happy to talk about this, frankly, because I'm excited about it, and it's something that is coming out in less than, well, actually, shoot. Preview season starts in less than, or a little bit over 2 months, and then just about, I guess, a week shy of 3 months, we will see the new set actually drop. So firmly into the new year, February 4th. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I feel like I haven't felt excited about spoiler season for any sort of card game before. Like this, like where it's I'm kind of ready. I'm ready to digest that new one. I'm ready to see the new stuff. I'm ready to, like, I haven't even settled on a hero yet for Tales of Aria, although my heart's basically with Briar, but I don't like it because it's winning. I just like it because it's flavorful. So hopefully that'll change things up, so I won't just look like a hobo picking the winning decks at this point. But that is way far afield for right now. So I think that we're probably just going to call it a stream there. Shout out to our Discord as well. So please join that Discord. Discord link is down below in the description. And if it's not, someone should tell me that. But I'm pretty sure it should be. But yeah, jump in there. We're looking to get a critical mass people so we can start running events. We want to give away this playmat sooner than later. I think this is the one. That's not the one. Hold on. Get after it. There it is. So, yeah, definitely we'll want to crack this guy to a nice lucky tournament goer here. This is the nice Herald of Protection playmat from the Content Creator Appreciation Kit. We have that bad boy, as well as a bunch of the, all the colors of this thing. Looking to give those away. Probably just start giving away pretty soon. But we want to have a tournament, and we want people to win the playmat. We want it to be, well, I should say, it's actually not a win. It's going to be a participation prize. You play all your rounds, you're going to get yourself a sweet playmat. So that will be it for the stream. So yeah, again, join the Discord. Want to get in there, play some games. We haven't actually kicked off that sort of thing yet. It's always open. I try to solicit some games maybe this weekend, something like that. Although I have a skirmish this weekend, I think. So I might be busy with that, but we'll figure it out. But in the meantime, join the Discord, have fun, chat. We're always chatting about stuff. It's almost, there's not a lot of us in there just yet, but we're having conversations, sort of on the daily. Just sort of, talk about whatever, and, whatever happens in the world of Flesh and Blood. So I think that's going to do it for this evening. So I want to thank you all for coming and hanging out. And, yeah, what do you guys think that we're going to see in Everfest other than the Skullcap reprint? Anything else that's super exciting? Just drop it in the comments below, and that'll be it. So I want to thank everyone for coming out on this Tuesday night, and we will see you next week for some pre-con battles. Cheers.